was actually a 4-in-1, and we converted it into a 3-in-2. Here's the cool thing. These bedrooms, some of them were so small, they were only 3.5 feet wide in the original layout. Not really a functional bedroom. So we literally gutted the house, and that's why we created what we did. So this all started in March of 2017. Back in that year, we paid $132,000 for this property. Even though we held it until now and sold it now, we didn't lose any money on this property with the work we did and all the things.
This house is located in the Holiday Park neighborhood in Saskatoon, which is a very desirable starter home neighborhood. It's, blocks away from the river, and there's the Meewasin Trail, so you've got lots of walking paths. It's just really a cute neighborhood to be in, and that was definitely what drew us to this property. Because of the price point, we knew that we can go in, do a full gut, and end up with a cute gem of a property that would sell in record time.
The price tag was $132,000. When it was originally bought, it was only, I believe, 673 square feet. And then when we were finished with the renovations, it ended up being 770 square feet.
The house was in good shape structurally, but definitely dated. The floors were, warped. We had to bring in teleposts to adjust the floors. We had to do lots of shimming to make everything straight and, get it back into fine form. But we knew that our contractors could make it into a really, really sweet gem of a property. The cool thing about this house is there was a little garage. It's more like a shed than a garage, but it was actually a lot and a half. So it's a 37.5 foot frontage, which is a nice big lot in a great neighborhood.
Oh boy, it was literally from the 1950s. Literally, the kitchen has the old farm sink. Like the stove, we actually had an antique collector come and get the stove. It literally looked like it could have even been older, 40s, I don't know. It was really old.
So this house, as per lots of old houses, had lots of little rooms. So it was a 4-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. There was nothing really in the basement. There was a bedroom, but it wasn't fully developed. The main floor had 2 small bedrooms, and I'm talking small bedrooms. The bathroom was so crazy. It didn't even have a shower. The tub was underneath the stairs heading to the upstairs loft. And then the loft would have been the 4th bedroom, which was not really that great. It would have taken a little hobbit to get up the stairs. You couldn't even stand up fully. It was quite entertaining. And so when Alisa had actually gone through the design, she had decided to reformat, pull out a bunch of rooms, rip up walls that were not load-bearing, and then we completely redesigned the staircase to the upstairs to make it more functional, redesigned the staircase into the basement, because originally when you walked into the basement, the mechanical room, like the hot water heater and furnace, were literally at the bottom of the stairs. So functionally it just wasn't great, so we completely pulled that mechanical apart, completely rewired the house, and yeah, it's a brand new house now.
We took and developed the basement, did something unique. It was a bit of a gamble, but we put the majority of the bedrooms in the basement. And then the loft, which had been 2 small bedrooms, we ended up converting that into 1 room.
When you're flipping to the public, it is a very different way to redesign a property. You have to think about functionality. You have to think about trying to hit the 90% of the population that's gonna absolutely fall in love with that property. So the design that I went with was more like a rustic, modern, vintage vibe. And we did nice grays, vinyl plank throughout. We made it very tasteful, very crisp and clean with the lines. And at the end of the day, I staged to the nines, and I had multiple realtors comment that staging is what sold that house. And so if you are wanting to flip properties and you are somebody who doesn't have an eye for design, reach out to somebody who does have that eye, because if you don't, you can really go wrong with picking all the finishing, picking the designs, picking the layouts. For these designs, I love this house. I love the way it came out. The renovation, the colors and all that were a little vanilla for my liking, but at the end of the day, I had to go with the 90% that are gonna fall in love with it, and obviously we did it up right.
It took us about 5 months. When we go in and we do these hardcore renovations, it's almost the equivalent of building a brand new house, because you're taking everything, the term is taking it down to the studs. That means you're opening all the walls, you're removing walls, you're literally new subflooring, and so you're literally recreating the bones of the property. And so that's why it's such an extensive renovation.
And the realtor, Tyler Strand, that we were working with, had suggested when he came through and he saw the staging and the quality of the flip, and he sold other flips for us in the past, he actually recommended listing it for $259,900. So I said, you know what, if you're gonna back that list price and you feel confident in this, let's try it. And it was wild. We listed it Thursday evening. By Friday at noon, we already had 5 viewings booked for Friday, 7 viewings booked for Saturday. And he called me an hour later and said, I have a full price offer. What do you want to do? So we accepted it. And I said, let everybody know there's a full price offer, see what you want to do. If they want to put it back up. And within 12 hours after that, we had a full price backup offer as well. So it was literally, couldn't have been better than we had forecasted originally. And again, hindsight's 2020, but at the end of the day, when you do your numbers right, you make your money in the buy, and you run your sale prices low and conservative, then all of a sudden, when you are able to sell for higher, it's just extra gravy. Or in this case, it paid for the shortfall because we had the property for sale.